You're listening to iLive Radio, changing the way you listen to radio. iLive Radio.
This is your girl Draya Ivy, reporting live here from Miami, Florida, the beautiful, beautiful of beautiful cities. And I am sitting here alongside, a multitude of amazing individuals with great energy. I must say I can't say everyone's name. However, I will let my co-host introduce himself and proceed.
What's going on, world out there, all the YouTube listeners, IG listeners? It's your man Lex-Roc. We're doing episode 16. Big things this week. Special guests, two special guests in the building. Of course, the DJ on the other end right there, Starboy Jay Nice.
What up?
Alright, and we got,
What's good, Jay?
Okay. We're about to introduce one more. Would you like to do the honors?
Yes, what's good? Buddha that great.
Buddha the Great, yo. Tune in.
Buddha that great. Right. One of the funniest people you'll ever encounter on earth. Absolutely. Right. And so, to formally introduce our amazing guest, I want to give a fake drum roll because we don't got the soundboard.
Okay.
Mr. Unamed305, what is good?
What's up, man? Unamed305 in the building. What's happening?
What up?
Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to Ivy Talks. This is let me give a shout out to iLive UK in London.
Cheerio.
They actually don't really say that much. That's the funny thing. Yeah. But shout out to iLive Toronto, sister company. And shout out to Miami, Florida, South Florida, everyone who's listening, who's been listening. This is episode 16. We're growing, and the energy's growing, and we have amazing talent sitting right before me. You were just on 99 Jams.
Yeah, man, had to make
Tell
it
us
happen.
No. Come on.
Yo.
You're talking about millions of people listening to you. Tell me what it was. How did it come about? What was the experience?
Look, it's just brought so much hypeness once I entered the building, and I already know what I came here to do. So once they got the beat on, I already knew people was listening. I had to bring A game, beyond A game. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people haven't heard me. So if this gonna be their first time hearing me, it needs to be that. You know. So I just had to go hard. Thank you. Yeah, man.
Even when actually Lex is the one who put me onto you. He sent me the video. And I was like, yo, right? I was like, yo, who is that?
A lot of people.
Immediately, I was like, yo, I'm going to hit him and I'm going to hit Super Cindy. I don't care.
Yeah, man.
And then you saw I hit you and then, you know what I'm saying? Here we are.
You got to put in that work. So I've been sharpening my sword for times like that.
Yeah.
So.
Lyrical warfare, y'all. Definitely Buddha's going to put down the link so you can just see it with co-host, Super Cindy 99 Jams, but it was a Freestyle Friday.
Yeah.
Smoke. 4 minutes of flames.
You did. And your energy was impeccable.
Yeah, I always got
for you to be on camera on a major network in Miami, you did it naturally. But I'm assuming that you get that type of poise because you do shows, right?
Yeah. When I do shows, that'd be the main thing is always the energy because I just gotta bring it. You don't tell who's in the audience.
You never know.
Yeah, I don't even care if it's 10 people in the audience.
Ain't
I'm
that
gonna
right?
bring it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, when it's showtime.
What was I saying to you earlier?
What part?
He just said you never know who's in the building.
Oh yeah, of course that. You always got when it's showtime.
No, I was basically having a conversation with him earlier where I was like, yo, technically we're all one song away, one moment away of anything changing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, with that being said, that shit is powerful. I like the fact that you have a certain energy about you that is very eclectic. It's different, and I think it's genuine. So it's how often do you tour?
I love what I do, so I'm always happy and energetic about it. As far as touring, I don't just tour different cities and things like that. But every time an opportunity come up, I just go ahead and do it. But right now, I'm just building the online presence.
Okay.
And once I get more connections with the tours and everything, then I'll get that going as soon as possible.
Has an online presence after the freestyle? I know it's gone viral in its own way. Has that opened up more doors for collaborations? Is there certain people you want to collaborate that are on the way right now locally?
Yeah, a lot of people hit me up. A lot of producers hit me up.
That's
and
that's what you want, though.
Yeah, man, because you know I got a project coming out this year, so I need to see who got that fire.
When's that gonna drop?
That's
Like what kind of platforms?
It's gonna be on all the platforms basically, and I'm basically gonna try to get it licensed because I'm all about that. Because that's how I make my money right now. I got a song called "Get Loose." It's more of a commercial joint, like a rock hip hop fusion.
Okay.
And it's bringing
so
me
it's
money
just not
now.
hip hop.
No,
Okay.
heck
That's
nah.
dope.
People that know me know I ain't just hip
Let's
hop.
touch on that. Let's touch on that. What would you say you are then?
I'll just say alternative hip hop. You know?
Okay.
That's the best way to describe it because I can have hip hop in it, but I also blend like indie, electronic, little rock. So I try to change the sound of just the basic hip hop, you know, because when I'm listening to music, I want to hear something different.
Right.
You know, unless I'm listening to some old school hip hop, but anything new, I want to hear something a little different.
Man, that's a deep question then to get to that. Being from Carol City, right? Being from Miami, being from the gutter, where do you get those influences from to cross over and have an alternative sound to what we grew up on, considered like with the Trick Daddies and the Poison Clans and the Rosés? So where do you infuse?
Well, it was around like early 2000 actually. I got tired of listening to hip hop like around that time. So I was just like listening to other music. I was listening to electronic music. I was listening to indie rock. I went out to listen to my own music. I went to go find it. So I listened to different radio stations that play alternative music.
Right.
And then I actually liked it. So
I did.
it just stuck with me. It stuck with me, and like to this day, my favorite artist is Tori Moy. He's an indie rock guy.
Okay.
And it stuck with me, so I just Tori Moy.
Tori Moy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just blended in.
I'm a huge Phil Collins fan. Like.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Elton John, like Cranberries. Like I'm into like a lot of Sting. You know, like a lot of older.
Yeah, man, it's all about the sound with me.
You know, it's all about the sound and the feeling. You know
what I mean? Only genre is probably country. I don't get into that much.
Country kind of deep now. Country's kind of pop.
It's a couple records.
Country sound like hip hop sometimes.
Yeah, big time.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like the way that the drums. You know, something about their drums and something about the way that they.
Just even the storytelling is hip hop.
Even the melody.
Yeah, the storytelling.
Like how do you feel about Lil Nas X? He took home 2 Grammys?
Yeah, he did his thing, boy. He got so lucky.
He was?
Luck or a little talent? You know, which one is it?
I don't know if it's talent, but you know, he did his thing. He can rap, so that's good. And he got on that beat, and somehow he got heard, and he got it. He supplying it for his family. That's what it's all about.
You can't hit on that.
Nah, you definitely can't hit on that.
You can't hit on that.
I know the country folks do.
No,
I think they love it.
They do.
He got the cosign.
I mean, he got the cosign.
Yeah.
You know what, Billy Ray Cyrus? You know, Billy Ray Cyrus hopped on that record and he murdered it like it was his own shit.
His part was harder.
Like, you know, like that nigga killed that. When Billy Ray got on that, you were like, yo, holy shit. You would think it was his fucking record.
But he owes us one.
Yeah, he owes us one because
we done helped out Miley Cyrus, y'all. Yeah. Billy Ray Cyrus owes us one. You know, we had to come collect.
Inspired antics and the madness. But I'm just saying, like, you know, he did his thing. So, all right, but that's still open for you to say, minus country, like, I really rock with, like, other, you know what I'm saying? Like, you like Coldplay?
Yeah, I like Coldplay.
Do you?
I definitely like Coldplay.
All right, do you like Creed?
Creed, not so much. I hear their music, but not so much.
Yeah.
You feeling the new chick who took home Billy?
Oh, I love her. I did a couple of freestyles from her beats.
Yeah?
Really? Yeah. What do you like about her?
Man, the emo vibe, I like it. And, you know,
she's sharp.
She's mad different.
Her vocals are.
Yeah, the vocals are ridiculous.
You wouldn't think she that young, dog.
I told you.
And the fact that she's young, she can easily revamp herself when she gets older. So that's dope. But she killed the Grammys.
So where you at? So where you are right now, musically speaking, like what would you say are, let's say in this year, what would you say are some of your goals?
My goal right now,
in this next year,
most basically get more shows.
Okay.
And basically complete this project. Okay. And get more licensing opportunities.
Are you working on an EP or is it an album?
It's gonna be an album.
Okay.
I'll drop my EP the first day of summer. like 2 years ago.
All right.
Yeah, that's the album that got picked up by MTV and NASCAR.
That's
okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow.
So you know, in the underground, you get your money through these licensing opportunities.
Yeah.
You know, you
That's
don't gotta
amazing.
be famous. You just get your money from
I mean,
commercials.
just the fact that you're
Nah,
recognized.
that's a big platform, brother.
Just the fact that you're invited into that room. That's amazing.
Yeah, I'll be putting artists on game about that because that's a different way to make some money.
Each one.
You know what I mean?
Each one's for
As
real.
long as you got the right sound that they looking for, they'll pick you up. So
all right, basically you doing your thing, taking more time to create your craft.
yeah. So that's why I'm doing these freestyles just to build it up until the album come up.
Gotcha.
That's
momentum going.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. You know.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get into a little snippet, sample?
Yeah, no problem. You know what I mean? Like, I'm promoting Thrasher still.
Yeah, Thrasher is dope.
You gotta get your
I actually, I was gonna touch on that. Thrasher is dope. I mean, but the sound is very,
Word from Buddha.
very different than a lot of. That's where you can tell that it's not a hip, not just a hip hop track. Like very, like a very XXX, like Slum God type of beat, but your flow. You have better bars,
you got bars, yo. That's one of the things I really want to tell you. You got bars.
Yeah, I just wanted to
Hey,
show.
that's the whole package,
I
though.
wanted to show even
You
on
really
like
got bars.
those like trappy beats, you can still come with the bars.
Yo,
Yeah.
you got
You know,
bars.
I still cater to you, give you some nice little gangster
Yes.
flows or whatever. But then,
Yes.
in the end, I still hit you with the bars.
You got bars.
But I feel like
listening to you in the car earlier with him, I was like, this nigga's got bars, kid. Like, you can't deny it. He's got
But
bars.
Thrasher, you could really see. Well, I mean, you really introduced that whole skater vibe that you have, and
I love
the audience.
that
You could tell.
Yeah,
Dude,
I had
you
the
mentioned
whole
it.
crew in there.
Yeah, you mentioned it in other. You mentioned it on other tracks, but very much so on that track. You can tell. I mean, just through Thrasher being such a big skater company. Period. Like
Yeah, I was that's basically the scheme. I named it Thrasher because we all skate. They all know the brand, so let's go ahead and put it on. So.
That was amazing. Like, that kind of puts you in like that white boy category. Like, what you doing white boy shit for?
They always been saying that
They
since
always
I
been saying
since
that.
I started
I know
music.
they've been saying that.
Since I started music, they
But
always
when you
been
stun
saying
on
that.
them, how does it feel?
I'm very humble. I just go, man. I just like, this is me, man. I don't be like, oh, in your face. I just be like,
You should just
hey,
do
no, it's
your
me,
thing,
dog.
right? I applaud. Let me pound that out for you. I applaud that.
Yeah, in
For
the
real.
beginning, it was like that, man.
No, I can understand. I can only imagine. Unfortunately, we do live in a society where things like that are upheld. Even something as simple as that is like, what are you doing out here? Like, y'all don't play this sport. How do you know that?
I was the only one in my hood skating.
That's what I'm saying.
Now I go back to the hood. I see all
Nah,
these
everybody's
kids
skating
on
though.
skateboards.
That ain't gonna front. Like we come and go when it comes to that,
Nah,
man.
I mean, like you talking about rollerblading or
Nah,
skating?
skateboarding, dog.
skateboarding,
Black
yeah.
folks skateboard.
Well, skateboarding-
We was skateboarding back in the
There's not
80s
too
and
many
all that. in the
skateboarders
90s.
and black skateboarders. Like,
We know how.
Like, when I go back to my hood now, I see them on skateboard. But when I was first doing it, they were like, "Oh, there he go with the skateboard again."
Yeah.
Y'all already know. Like they know my status. They know I'm real. And I did some dumb stuff. Most people would call like gangster shit. But at the same time, I'm me, dog. You know what I mean?
It's part of the
I
growth.
ain't trying to perpetrate on nobody. 1 minute, I'm skating, doing some white boy shit. Next minute, I'm with the thugs. So. It's
But I
whatever.
think that's the part that transcends to everybody. Authenticity. A lot of people like that. Like, homie, Untamed 305 is who he is. He parlays with both crowds so he can blend in with both crowds because it's who he is. Authenticity. So, ain't no faking the funk on that. Yo, Jay Nice.
Yo,
Can we get a beat?
instrumental.
Yeah.
I thought we was gonna run this track. We ain't gonna run this track.
Oh, yeah, we can run the track too,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Let's-
see that
let's-
Thrasher, man.
Let's run all that. Here we go.
Let's do that first.
Yeah.
So tell us real quick. Thrasher?
Yeah, man, this is my single Thrasher. It's on YouTube, Evo, everywhere. All platforms.
Turn it up.
heard that.
No, you can hear it.
Just that.
How it's supposed to be. Ivy Talks, been on census.
I released the clean version.
Oh, really?
TV, no, network TV.
Yeah. You always gotta have that clean version just so that you can play it anywhere. But
I just submitted it to
That beat is
network.
so cryptic. Like,
Yeah,
I like that shit. It's like so.
So I got that ASAP feel.
Yeah, like that.
I can definitely see remix with the ASAP mob on that.
Hey.
Bird, come touch it up.
Right, with the crazy clothes.
Bird, come touch it up.
I'm telling
Flatbush
you,
Zombies,
bro,
come touch it up.
I'm telling you.
It's true.
You gotta make it. You will make it. I'm telling you, the flow is nasty. Like, if somebody coming out of Miami, I'm super impressed. I'm like, yo, yeah.
Change the face.
Trust me, like, with this shit, I feel like I be A&R for real. I'm like, yo, like, performing, doing shows, alright, he's already doing movies with.
Yeah, I'm working on a music festival right now. My people hit me up. They working on the details. So they're gonna hit me back.
It's great, man. But you know what? Let's wrap it up. We got some
Touch up on the freestyle.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
go
Jay.
beat him.
That's it, guys.
DJ Nice. Cut the beat.
Cut the beat.
Don't come for me conceited.
Unamed 305 is not places to be, ain't that right?
Yes, sir, but let's get
Yes.
this going.
Let's get this
We're about to
going.
represent this one time, 305-954-561.
We love freestyles.
Nationwide. Carol City in the building. Unamed
Internationally.
305.
One time from London and Toronto, we're out here.
Ivy Talks. Let's go. DJ Night, Starboy Music Media Lounge.
What we doing? Play the beat?
Yeah. Drop something, man.
Jay Nice, let's go.
Oh, I thought that would be some LA shit at first.
Oh, yeah, we can go.
When that shit came in. This.
Kinda. Okay.
It's the whole beat? Oh, I never heard this. Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. Okay, I get the beat. Check it. Yeah.
Live, y'all.
Unamed 305, let's get it. Yeah. Check it. On any beat, I killed the mic with no trace. The blood spills away. I like the way it tastes. I'm always spitting. My body is itching. I need another beat. This music is an addiction. Man, I'm in the hood like Kool-Aid. Riding on the one way. I see them boys fake like a toothpaste. Rolling with my Kool-Aid. Dread like Screwface. Bury me a G like that boy Tupac say. I'm on the microphone. I feel so alone. Getting my music like getting my chromosome. Cause I spit what's ever inside me. And grab the microphone and just do it like Nike. Yeah, I'm in the block. What you wanna do, my nigga, with the Glock? Oh, you better stop because the time about to come through, about to kill you and your motherfucking crew. Yeah, I done the beat up on my menu, and I'ma chop it up because I'm sharper than the Ginsu. I'm jacking for these beats, dog, like my nigga Ice Cube, and I'ma keep it real. I don't gotta pay for views. Yeah, I despise all the lies, either deep in your eyes. No surprise if you die, you a sheep in the skies. Yeah, y'all don't wanna see me. It's the Untamed 305 boy. Come check me.
Oh!
That's off the dome, y'all. That's real bars. Ain't no cell phone, ain't no notepad, ain't no written. He heard the beat, he grabbed the beat, he murked the beat. Alright?
Yo, stop.
That's a cool beat. What beat that is?
That's the Little Pump.
Kanye.
Yeah, Kanye.
Kanye and Lil Pump.
Oh, I didn't even hear that shit.
And that's how you know, son. Genuine shit right here. Ivy Talks.
I would literally define this as one of the highlights of Ivy Talks
Nice.
moments. This is definitely, I felt the energy. I was vibing with you. I was catching it everywhere you were going. Like, It's same shit, yo. That's energy. That's beautiful.
Before you
You
cut
got
off,
the
man,
gift, kid. I'm telling you.
is it possible you can drop down to the fans and to our listeners where they can find you from the IG to the YouTube to everything else?
I keep it simple. Unamed305 on all platforms. That's SoundCloud, YouTube, Instagram, Spotify. Untamed305. That's what it is.
All right.
Thank you, my brother. It's been a pleasure, King.
Thanks for having me, man.
Listen,
Hey,
I
man,
really
appreciate
want
it.
to thank you for coming through. It's been amazing to interact with you.
Likewise.
Hopefully we can work together in the very near future.
Yeah.
And I wish you nothing short of success. Immense success. That's up.
Yeah.
All right.
You're listening to iLive Radio.
We live. Music Media Lounge.
Doing some good vibes with this track. Like, yo, Jay, let it vibe for a minute. It's 2020, and then you button did out.
You good?
It's always good when I'm like, yeah, let that ride in there. Nah. Anyways, this is your girl Draya Ivy. We're back from a little break. I'm at the interviewing the very talented Unamed305. Luckily for us tonight, which is not a very common occurrence,
Join your phones, everybody.
we happen to have a second amazing artist as a guest tonight, and I would love for him to introduce himself.
Yeah. It's your dog, Hatian Crook in the building. 954 gentlemen. You know how we rocking.
So I got better old Haitian Crook. Crook, let's sing, baby. Living legend out here. Let's go.
Yeah, that part.
So what's good, fam? How's the music been?
Oh man, everything been good, man. It's nice to be here. Finally, I've been watching y'all for so long. It's nice to finally be amongst the legends. I'm a fan of y'all, man. I'm a fan of y'all.
Thank you.
Brothers reciprocated back, my brother. Real recognized real. So
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm sure we all do.
I don't want to jump into our history, but what I want to do is just jump into the music. The stories can wait till after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cause
All right.
you know we
All right.
he's out there.
Okay. We're all ears.
So Crook, brother, I know you got some new projects out there, man. The Myself record I love. I thought it was dope. That Chick, that's a solid record. That's a banger up in the clubs and the strip joints. You know what I'm saying? But you got the new one, Drip.
Oh yeah. The drip looking like I just hit a lick. Yeah, that's going crazy. I got a show, 3 shows off that actually. I got a show in Minnesota, one in Texas, and one in LA. Off that one record.
That's a lot of strength because it's going all across the region and.
Yeah, definitely. Not a show, something that I'm not used to. A festival.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know the
There's a
difference
stage
between
in the
a show.
audience, G. That's a show.
Yeah.
So who's the feature on it? Who's the homie?
My homeboy Gio. That's my homeboy in Men of Respect, big label, you know. That's like my little brother.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
And now with that, is there gonna be any video for the Drip?
Yeah, it's gonna be a video for that one coming real soon.
All right, all platforms, the whole world stars, the Spotify's, everything. I saw you did your Spotify numbers and closed out for 19. So what's going on for 2020?
For 2020, I'm just trying to make a lot more money than I made last year.
All right, nice.
So, I mean, I think that would be like everyone's goal.
Live
But I mean, all right. So as you're doing what you're doing, are you actively touring? Are you aiming towards a certain demographic when you say you're trying to put out this music?
No. I just started touring, and my manager actually threw me out there. Like I say, I got a show and I got a festival in Minnesota, one in Texas, and one in LA. Like, I'm going places where they probably never heard my music, probably never heard of me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, he throwing me out there to the wolves because he's like, yo, your music is hot enough for you to go out there and just rock out.
But I do believe that though, like I said, the songs that I have heard, they can easily touch in different markets.
Yeah.
They're bangers.
Yeah.
I mean, like, okay, to be honest with you, as somebody who's been to Europe, the music that they hear out there and the music that they like happens to be very trap-like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can take what they say, like, kind of like with a grain of salt, but still, like, trying to stay true to yourself. Because if that's how you work creatively and that's what you feel, and that's what you love, then it's like, that's your art. You know what I'm saying? That's your work. And it's like, everything isn't for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's hard nowadays, especially with labels, because so many people are doing their thing on their own, you know, to where they're just doing shows, or they're not signed under a major label, but they may have shows every weekend, so where they're making more money to where they don't even need to do all that.
That's what's his face guy?
You know what
Russ?
I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Who?
Russ.
Just doing shows.
You know,
doing
like,
shows.
Like, just doing shows, and you making enough bread, nigga? Like, you making $20K a night? Like,
because you got that
minimum,
plus the merch.
Doing, you know, 4 or 5 times a week, plus merch, plus, you know, like, you can take that.
But I definitely feel Crook got that lane, man. To me, he's the street gospel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
So,
I'm a that one is a real track, bro.
Yeah.
Brother, like, can we run that? I've been screaming that. The sample, the production on it, how it comes in, dog. Like,
Wait,
I've been screaming about that record.
Let me ask you a question now. With your music, do you feel like there's any consistent message that you want to convey to your listeners, to your fans?
My whole thing is that I'm trying to embody that whole Florida vibe, like that whole Piccolo, that whole Ross, that whole Trick Daddy, that whole, like, I'm trying to morph into one, like, I'm trying to keep it original to where I could go anywhere and they're gonna be like, yeah, that's Florida. Like, they can't confuse it. But at the same time, if I do go somewhere else, you know, I got another record that they might be like, yeah, we can rock with that. But at the same time, you know what? That's Florida right there.
That's still home.
Yeah, that's the home team.
The home team music.
If you listen to it like consistently through your tracks, I can hear that, especially Broward vibe. Like, if niggas is if they jug into a song, you could definitely to these tracks. Yeah, well, you can feel it just through your beat selection, his flow, his cadence. You can feel it.
I was listening to it on the way here. I was like,
a lot of people take it personal, but I call myself the Broward County General, the KOB, King of Broward. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, you got your Kodak, you got your Cody P, you got Choo Choo. I always pay homage to each and every artist from Broward. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I feel like, yo, I am that dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm next up.
I got a couple questions though, Crook. How do you feel now being a Haitian American artist, dog, of going through what we gone through, if you know what I'm saying, with the past dealings of the stigmatism of being a Zoe out here, to what we are looked on and how we're received now in the game?
Oh man, I'm not.
Like, do you feel it's a win? Do you feel you're gonna get saturated into all the Haitian artists now?
I'm not. First of all, I'm not Haitian American. I'm Haitian Bahamian.
Okay.
So when I came over here, it was worse for me.
Okay.
Like, I really had to fight these, you know.
That's a whole different episode, whole different show.
I really had to go to war with them. But
I ain't mean that to discredit the Bahamian part of the zone, but I'm saying, like, I'm saying how we're Americanized we're westernized while raising up here and growing up here.
Yeah, but
go ahead.
Definitely. I definitely feel like we got more of an advantage now, because now they really paying attention to us.
Yeah.
Now they really putting that stamp on us, like, yo, you know what? These Haitian dudes really got talent. You know, as opposed to where we were looked over. You know, everything was looked at, Wyclef, you know, Fugees and everything else. But, you know,
shout out Refugee All Stars.
Yeah.
You know, they definitely paved the way though. They changed the game and put it.
Yeah, they our heroes, but now it's a whole different ball game. Now it's true. Real, you know, there's some Haitians out here really putting in work, man.
Yeah, so how you feel about Jack Boy, Kodak? What's my other man from We the Best? What's his name?
Ooh, Ace Hood?
Nah, man, the We the Best, the Haitian one, dude.
What's my other?
Haitian? I can't.
Come on, Jay. Flip De Niro.
We can look it up.
Man, I love them dudes, man.
Flip
I really
De Niro.
love them dudes, and I
Shane
appreciate.
came through with the save.
Yeah, I appreciate them dudes for, you know, paving the way and opening up that door for us, man. For real, like, I don't hold no hate in my heart, no animosity, no nothing like that, because, you know, I'm still trying to come up myself, so why would I hate on somebody that opened the door for me and left it open?
Nah, I wouldn't even think that, brother, because, you know, once we see one of ourselves on, we all rock and rally behind that, brother. That's just part of that whole Caribbean vibe for the most part, man. Every time a musician is from where we from, we all get behind it.
More integrity.
But then also, what was the track that got you into the Double XL feature?
The track that got me into the Double XL magazine.
And which issue is it?
It was Me by Myself, and it was the issue with Lil Baby and Juice WRLD, R.I.P.
Okay, R.I.P. Juice WRLD.
Like, I didn't think I'd be saying R.I.P. to the homie. You know, I never met him, don't know him or nothing like that. But it was an honor to be featured in the same magazine, you know, as the homie.
Okay.
You know?
So look out for that article too if y'all see it. Right up in Double XL.
Yeah.
When did it come out? Is it?
It came out last year, February.
So yeah, we can see it now.
Like, it came out last year.
Okay.
Both issues, Lil Baby and you know, Juice WRLD.
What was the creative direction behind that though? What was the signal? Did they tell you what was the significance behind it?
Basically, there was like, you know, out of Florida, you one of the most consistent artists. Like, you want to, you know, you really hot. Like, you doing your thing out there, you know. So they reached out to me, and you know, I went with it.
So, like, all right. So you said you do perform a lot, right?
Yeah.
What is your favorite thing about performing? Like, do you feel like when you perform, you get more of a feel of what songs really resonate with your fans based on how they react to the songs? Like, what different emotions and like what realizations do you go through when you're performing?
To be honest with you, just like this interview, every time I go on stage, I be nervous as hell. Like I'm nervous. Like,
you're nervous? No, come on.
Because I'm a big fan of, you know, I'm a big fan of the show.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
When I go certain places, they be fans of mine, and at the same time, I be fans of theirs. So, you know, it's kind of like, you know, I got butterflies in my tummy, man. That's all that is. You know, but at the same time, it's what keep me humble.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Because I don't like those arrogant, you know, cocky, like, you know, you can lose it all day, man.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
But, you know, like, what still, like, do you like seeing? Like, what gives you the feeling of, like, I'm doing the right thing right now?
The strippers making money to the songs.
Yeah. Definitely.
I've been with this dude at the strip club when he performing and it gets shaking over there. You know what I mean? So.
I mean,
but that'll break you.
Trust me, man. When the strippers got that song that can get them some bread, they gonna go tell the DJ to play it. They gonna go have the DJ bring it back. When it's that anthem in the club, dog, you know what I mean?
Or have your name ring it.
It speaks for itself twice.
Okay. Even though you're trying to be funny, one could look at it like, you know, maybe the song makes women feel really sexy.
No, I'm being dead serious.
So that's
like
a
the
good
homie,
thing.
when you in the strip club,
you know,
you got
like women like songs that make you feel sexy.
You got a better response for the street. Cause the records are being broken in the strip club.
Okay.
Then you got the females who can get the money to it, and then you got the homies who can resonate with the music. So it's a triple process for you to pop off in the strip club. You got the shorties out there shaking it who want to fuck with the niggas' music because it's getting their money lit. You got the fellas getting behind the energy because they can relate to the truth of the song and the vibe and throw the money. And then you getting the record cracked open because every nigga in the streets in the strip club. We in the strip joint 7 days a week, especially out here. You know what I mean? So we out there from the biggest ones to the hole in the walls, and that's where you hear the good music. I said this a million times.
Yeah, definitely.
There's dudes out there, real hood dudes that don't even go to a regular club. The strip club is their Friday night. The strip club is their Saturday night.
Dog.
So if you especially if you're trying to
meals a day in the strip
so especially if you're trying to break a track in the club, the club can bring you to the strip club can bring you to the streets more than a radio single can. So it's like that sometimes.
DJ J Nice, we bring it in. Let's go, homie.
Let's hear that.
Before bringing it, I'll be talking to something like,
yeah, pull up. We gotta take it from the side. Hold up, Jay. Hold up. I think Crook want to bring in the song real quick.
No,
I just you know, before we bring it in, I'm assuming bringing it in is that we're bringing the interview to a close.
No, he's just previewing the song. He's just letting people hear.
Oh, okay. I was just confused. I was clarifying shit. You know, kid in the moment says what it is.
She one of my favorites on this show. I watch y'all all the time, and I sit back. I be cracking up. You know, I'm at work by myself.
You better agree, nigga.
One of my favorites, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, she got no filter. I love that.
Appreciate it. Go ahead. You can run it now.
I don't have any filter, but alright, I'll save it. Shit, alright.
No. Let's go.
Alright, no, I wanted to ask you seriously, like, what, you know, when it comes to your music, like, what is the biggest impression that you want to leave?
The biggest impression that I want to leave,
like a legacy, you know.
Yeah, it's just a stamp on Florida. Like, I really want to be looked at as a Trick Daddy, as a Rick Ross, as a Luke, you know, as
That's
a Piccolo.
great category.
You know, shout out to my nigga Briscoe, Flow Rider. Like, I want to be amongst the greats in Florida, strong arm, and those are my greats in Florida.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tampa Tony, all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I
Big
really,
records too.
I really want my, you know, I want to be amongst the Mount Rushmore of Florida. I don't care about the rest of the map, whatever. Y'all can do whatever y'all want with that. You know,
no,
I can't.
I like that. That's a good answer. That's a good answer. You want to be among the greats of where we are.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's only a select few, so I applaud that. All right, so let's run that.
Okay.
Now we can run that with a little bit more awareness.
She gave you permission, Jay.
I gave you permission, Jay.
The track is called Molly, man.
All right.
Hi. I'm looking for Molly. I've been searching everywhere and I can't seem to find her. Molly.
We just came to party, got the models on the mic. She gon' swallow pills, she gon' swallow us today. And if I'm on that liquor, old vodka, we no idea. And when we smell them things in the club, that's what I hear. She's on the body, daydream about a nightmare. She gon' need a person, calm her down. Got her right here. Sparkles on the towers, Haitian Crook, boy, we lit now. VIP section, hundreds old, nowhere to sit now. We just came to party, got the models on the mic. We just came to party, got the models on the mic. We just came to party, got the bottles on the way. She gon' swallow pills, she gon' swallow us today. Me, I'm on that liquor, I don't pop, don't get no idea.
Alright, so the best song for
Hey, some Crook, y'all. DJ J Nights on the ones and twos. Music Media Lounge. Ivy Talks. We're gonna do a little Crook mix real quick. Shout out to IG Crook.
Shout out. Bookagentcrook at gmail.com. Music Media, you already know we in the mix, man.
shout out Ivy Talks _ Ivy Talks IVYTALKS on Instagram. One time for London, I love the game. One time for Toronto, I love Toronto. We're here.
Shout out.
What track is this, Crook?
Ivy Talks.
What track is this?
Oh, that's a track called I'm That Nigga.
I like
Hey,
that.
that's what the DJ's here for, man.
I like that.
I'm That Nigga, man.
I like
Let's
that.
go.
Gotti, you should know I'm That Nigga, man. I'm up next, man. Shout out to Cody P, shout out to Kodak, shout out to Jack Boy. I'm That Nigga. Shout out to Choo Choo, the whole Pompano, the whole 954. 954 to the world blow. You already know how we rock it.
Throw your L's up.
When this shit dropping, though.
Yo, that beat is nuts.
Who the producer on it?
Yeah.
I gotta go through my phone.
Alright. Let's run that shit,
Like,
man.
yo, I gotta go through my phone. Is that many?
Hey, some Crook. Shout out to our guest earlier, Unamed305.
Yo, shout out to him. He was dope, man. He was great. What did you think about him?
Definitely good energy.
Great energy, great energy, great connectivity. Just all around, like, you believe in him, kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Got a little Tupac vibe to it.
You heard that?
I wonder if heaven got a ghetto.
Yeah,
that's
that's
why I'm picking
true.
up on the back end.
It's true. It's true.
Got a little, you know what I mean?
As far as the vibe
Like
goes,
about
yeah.
Yeah, you get what I'm
outside of your
saying?
music,
I see it.
Is your energy as well. Your aura, but also your confidence.
I appreciate it, man.
You know, your confidence will take you.
Definitely. Coming from where I'm from, we have to have confidence.
Yeah, your confidence, the fact that you walk with your chest high.
Yeah,
You know, like those things will really get you to a certain place. Many places. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just disrespect me like I'm just you know, in fact, you should probably stay and talk with us about a couple of the other topics.
Nah, definitely, man.
You can chop it up for a little bit.
Believe me, I'm here for as long as y'all don't have it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan of the show, like
We
I
got
said.
some topics coming up outside.
Yeah. So that's what's up, y'all. Y'all check out my man, Haitian Crook. Crook Lassane, 954-305-5615. Find us right now.
After this outro, alright, so how can people reach you, hear your music, and touch with you all night?
You can reach me at Instagram, Haitian Crook, Facebook, Crook Lassane, Twitter, Haitian Crook. You know what I'm saying? 954 to the world, bro. You already know how we rockin', man. It's Haitian Crook. iLive Talks, Lex, Rock, man. I love y'all. I'm a big fan of the show. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
I'm truly humbled, you know what I'm saying?
Alright, but
Appreciate you coming.
We're just gonna take a quick break, but we're gonna come back and you're gonna be a part of our commentary. We got some music news and just news to discuss.
Okay.
As educated people of color, we're gonna have some discussions out here. You ready?
I'm humbled by the whole.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Alright.
You're listening to iLive Radio.
Welcome to episode number 16 of Ivy Talks. This is your girl Draya Ivy, reporting live here from Miami, Florida, the beautiful, beautiful of beautiful cities. And I am sitting here alongside, a multitude of amazing individuals with great energy. I must say I can't say everyone's name. However, I will let my co-host introduce himself and proceed.
What's going on, world out there, all the YouTube listeners, IG listeners? It's your man, Rock, Lex-Roc. We're doing episode 16. Big things this week. Special guests, 2 special guests in the building. Of course, the DJ on the other end right there, Starboy Jay Nice.
What up?
Alright, and we got,
What's
my
good, Jay?
Okay. We're about to introduce one more. Would you like to do the honors?
Yes, what's good? Buddha that great.
Buddha the Great, yo. Tune
Buddha
in.
that great.
Alright.
One of the funniest people you'll ever encounter on earth. Absolutely. And so, to formally...
Brown shit?
Yo, I want to talk
Nigga.
about it.
Yeah, okay, please, son. Nigga, this is why I've been waiting for, Jay, because me and this nigga been saying this shit for years. And every single nigga I mentioned to y'all, dog, that nigga done called out.
That's a fact.
Come on, son. Lex-Roc, dog. I ain't coming off with these stories, nigga.
Can you elaborate for the listeners who have no idea what you're
We
talking
on?
about?
Yeah, we on.
Yes, we're on.
All right, hold up, man. All right. Look. There's a video surfacing about the actor Orlando Brown, the guy from That's So Raven, right?
Okay.
All right. So he was saying, beyond the Nick Cannon gave the nigga top yard, sucks a nigga's dick, I don't know whatever the shit is, but he furthermore started calling out other people in the industry from Birdman,
Right.
Trey Songz,
Diddy.
Who's the other one? There's one more.
Thugger.
Oh, Young Thugger. Not Slim Thug, that's not Slim Thug. Young Thug.
Yeah, I mean, but that was a suspect list to begin with. Yeah. Everybody he named wasn't people that people was like, what?
Nah, I don't think it was so much like, what? I think it was like, oh.
Okay.
That's why, I ain't saying, but the streets talk, man. It's hard to really conceal that kind of stuff. It's something that we touched on last week, with the Bobby Valentino and this and that, but it's a heavy topic.
I ain't no friend. All the time they were saying about Orlando Brown, I'm thinking they saying Orlando Brown is kind of crazy, right? But it wasn't until I did my research, Orlando Brown might be onto something right now.
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like he's onto something.
Nah, son.
And he's trying to shut him out.
That's why he's blackballed.
Like
That shit true, fam. You know that shit.
Onto something like what?
Huh?
Calling a spade a spade.
All right, but elaborate.
Yeah,
I'm saying
yeah.
the details. You like
Nah, the people he outed. He's saying that he said stuff about people, but a lot of people just dismiss it as him being crazy. But he was saying that he feels like what he's saying has more validity to it than they give him credit for. Like, the people he named you already knew that Diddy deal already came with him playing with your butthole. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was already
crazy when you talking the truth.
Yeah, so
the same motherfuckers who don't want that truth to come out.
Yeah.
Right.
Put the haters on you.
Yeah, Baby already well known for, fucking around with certain dudes. There was dudes that said they were signing Cash Money just to smash Baby, like dudes
for Baby to smash down.
Yeah.
Niggas was doing that shit with Bad Boys. Yeah, writers, nigga.
Yeah, so that's that. I mean, you already know Thug was suspect from jump. So all the people he listed, Trey Songz already got a bunch of speculations as far as
you actually talked about Trey Songz like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
on the show.
Facts.
That shit been said locally, dog, by those in Miami and Brooklyn on the beach and South Beach, and that's already been put out there. You feel me? So
yeah, I don't doubt it.
All the other working girls know, dog. All them chicks in the scene know. They know what happens when they go back to the condo, dog, and what happens when they leave and the homies stay.
Yeah,
they know who they are. Some of them on reality TV shows and stuff, and they best buddies with each other. It's just real talk out there.
Yeah, so that's how it is sometimes. It's just in this day and age, they act like it's crazy, but it's not that. Them dudes been gay from way before. Yeah, they've been gay from way before. They just back then it wasn't something that could be talked about in the 90s, early 90s, early 2000s. Birdman kissing somebody on the mouth was crazy. But now
they still trying to erase that shit.
Yeah,
too.
but now you look at it. If he would have did the same thing now,
right?
That's publicity out the ass for him.
Because let's be real, we talking about Birdman kissed Lil Wayne on the lips on 106 in Park and on Rap City.
Yeah, facts.
Like he literally like they.
That was, in my opinion, inappropriate. Inappropriate.
Inappropriate. It's going light.
No,
yeah, but
it's inappropriate. Like okay, listen. I have a daughter. I have a daughter, and I think do I kiss my daughter on the lips? I mean, here and there. It's
not even a. That's your child,
let me finish.
We're talking about two motherfuckers who ain't even related to each other.
Let me finish. After a certain point, after she gets to a certain age, it's not gonna be. I'm not gonna kiss her on the lips because it's just a certain. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a certain division now.
I get all that.
You know what I mean? Like,
but you're
both
still
for
playing
two
with
people.
her daughter.
Yes, but I'm
We're
trying to
talking
get
about
to a
two
point.
grown men. Two grown
exactly,
strangers.
I'm agreeing with you, but what I'm saying is like the fact that that they say that, and I'm telling you that even me with my own flesh and blood, my own kid, I wouldn't do that because to me it's like, like don't give me that bullshit. Don't give me that. Oh, it's because that's my son. Nah, nigga, y'all two grown ass niggas. I got two brothers. My brothers aren't going and kissing my dad on their lips.
But they got family.
The fuck. I'm sorry, like
it's not like it's like the Wayne brothers kiss each other. You know what I mean? That's family.
Sorry.
Yeah, but even when they said it, they said it started from the whole Italian thing, the mob.
How they do it.
All right, you gotta understand. Like I look at it like, what was the agenda that they was pushing at that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
if
it was a fact that caught on at that time, so it would have been a lot of.
It would have been a different thing.
Because they thought it was. Cool.
There was another Southern rapper who's big and popping right now. They be saying he be doing that shit and trying to disguise it. Cause I ran into one dude who was telling me about some celebrities come through when I was kicking at the airport, and niggas said, "Yo, this one rapper came in where he did some real crazy shit. Like he came, I introduced him, got a pound, right, and the nigga came and like kissed me on my neck."
Oh,
and
okay.
Like, yo, what is that? And then niggas like, oh, that's how we do that love shit. Like, no, nigga, like, what is that? Sure. That's bananas.
You gotta relax.
Yeah, like, no, you like, and it's just, fam, they ain't no condition of saying it. And number one, Black people need to stop thinking they Italians. Stop watching your gangster mafia movies, brother, because number one, Italians don't like black people, brother.
Facts.
They call you Mullans for reasons, so stop trying to pretend like you know, in a Martin Scorsese flick, dog, or, you know, just cut it out, brother.
Yeah.
Don Corleone's, stop kissing niggas.
I think it's crazy. No. Yeah, I think it's crazy that they idolize.
I love when Alex gets in his bags, man. When he proves a point, he's like, "Yo."
Nah, but when they idolize that Italian culture,
well.
as if black people didn't have mob culture too, like as if even if you want to look at it just from the strictly mob illegal activity, all that, there have been black organizations that have run crazy amounts of time, made crazy amounts of money, but yet every black dude idolizes either that Escobar or the mob. It's always one of the two, as if black people. Yeah, but as if black people didn't flourish through illegal activity.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you still presumed guilty until you proven innocent. But yeah,
you guilty.
Yeah,
you guilty you can work it out.
Until you find the way to be.
But side note though, but please take in consideration the Italian mob's families. They were families. The Genovese and them, they were families.
Legitimate families,
so they are legitimate. Those are your brothers and your cousins and your fathers, and that's your family. Like, culturally, that is your folks.
Yeah, it started from...
in the hood picking up each other, and God knows, you know...
It started from legitimate groups of families that came out, and then they started it from actual people that were related. So you started with you, your brother, your 3 cousins. He got 6 people over here. He got 6 people over there. Then they started from those times, and then you work your way up to where it took a lot for you to bring somebody that wasn't related into the family.
And that's why the things stay structured.
Yeah.
So what about
shows
like the ones where, like, you know, other families are introduced into other families and they like somehow make it work?
But you can't believe the hype though, because it's still movies and it's still being narrated by someone who's a writer who may be
it's true.
on that side of that agenda to just, all right, and this is the part where we're gonna get Mario to go and kiss Luigi. But no, not on the cheeks and the mouth. Yeah, right there. Action. That's Hollywood's agenda.
One thing I know for sure, after that Nick Cannon thing, they're going to silence Orlando Anderson for sure.
Yeah.
They're going to silence him.
What do you mean?
Nah, because the crazy thing is, he did, like, he said it, and then he was like, they don't want to put me on Wildin' Out and all of that.
Yeah.
Nick Cannon made a
mental health thing about it. Yeah,
he wrote some speech.
He need help.
Something about like he would put him on, but this is not the way to go about it. So I mean, I think
Nick Cannon,
you might see him on there.
Yeah,
you might get see him on there.
Nick Cannon played it well though. I'm not gonna lie. Of a dude that took that, a dude that took that and spun it well. You know what I'm saying?
Like, because realistically, he ain't say that shit ain't happened. He ain't say it ain't true.
Yeah,
he ain't say nothing. All he was like, yo, that man, he needs help.
Yeah,
mental health.
So it looked, but he played it. He played it to where, I mean, Nick Cannon is a genius. I do respect his business moves. Like, I respect him from that aspect, because even if people look at the moves that he's made behind the scenes, he's getting crazy money. You know what I'm saying? Like, he makes bread. His investments do come out to be fruitful. So I respect that in that regard. But I think he took it, and then he took this, instead of taking the homosexual route about he turned it into a mental health thing, which is bigger for TV, and then made it what it, and then now motherfuckers talk about mental health. They ain't talking about nobody sucking your dick no more.
Trust me, he curved out.
Facts, but it was good.
Community real quick. So.
It was genius, and I respect it. I respect that move from him, because he
you know, somebody else would be like, nigga, I ain't with that gay shit.
yeah, it's true.
All the protesters out there.
50 wouldn't have handled it so well. You know? So it's
different. You call 50 Cent out on low key.
Yeah, but 50 wouldn't have handled it in the way to curve it. 50 would have just took it head on.
Oh yeah.
Cursed niggas out on Twitter for a little bit, Instagram wild out, and then went about his business.
Okay, so let's. Are we skipping topics now? Can we? Segue.
Segue.
Segue. Since we're still recording, we're live, right? All right, so let's talk about the Grammys.
Okay. All
right. How do we feel? Did we catch the Grammys?
Let
me elaborate. Let me get into it. Did we at least catch some of the highlights? Music podcast co-host of mine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch the Grammys physically.
Let me finish, please.
Okay, all right.
Also, yes, let me finish.
Spicy.
I am spicy. So, outside of that, what's so funny?
And she was one of the Spice Girls. Should be shut the fuck up, Spice. Go ahead.
Anyways, J. Cole won his first Grammy off that verse that I won as I voted as the best one for a lot. I just wanted to say.
There was a lot of trash that was nominated.
All right, but did y'all catch anything about
but respect to Cole. All right.
Yeah.
Can I
Go ahead.
Can I go?
What do you think? Go ahead.
All right. I don't. How I feel about those events, I don't physically watch those events due to the fact that I will not give their feed to their numbers due to the fact that they don't respect black people as a whole. But I do watch the highlights and also the coverage from other networks that I prefer to give my views to, other social media outlets that I prefer to give my views to. But Cole, I do respect that he finally got a Grammy, if that's what he was, he did look at that as validity. Huh?
You got 3.
You got 3 that night for a lot?
I believe you got 3, yes.
Oh, okay.
No, for a lot.
No, they said he only won 1.
I thought he got 3. Okay, no, he got 1 for a
Lil Nas took 2.
Yeah, Lil Nas took 2.
Indirectly.
Yeah.
Lizzo took 2.
Yeah.
Cole took 1.
But
speaking of Lizzo, she ain't had to go up there and do all that.
Well, okay.
She did, but hold up.
Yeah, she got 2.
What?
She got 2.
Yeah, she got 2. Lil Nas got 2. Yeah. Nipsey got 2.
Yeah, Big Sam went up.
Shit, and then he got 1 for the rack. Was it the Racks in the Middle or some shit?
Yeah, Racks in the Middle.
So
yeah, because
you know how that shit goes.
Roddy Ricch got his first Grammy too. But I respect Tyler. Tyler, the Creator, got his first Grammy.
Yeah.
I respect what he said after when they asked him how he felt about it. I respect that just because of the fact that before he put out his album, due to the fact that I've been listening to Tyler for a long time, he don't really rap that often anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Do me a solid for the listeners out there. What did he exactly say?
He said, to keep it concise, he said they asked him how he felt about winning the Grammy. He said because he won Best Rap Album.
Yeah.
So he was mad before the award even came out. The winning before the winner got announced, he was mad when the nominations came out because he felt his album is a pop album due to the fact that popular music, he sold very well, so it should be in the pop category more than rap due to the fact that he said his album is 43% bars and 67% 57% singing. So he said he should have been considered in the he said he should have been considered in the pop category due to the fact that he has mad harmonies on his album. That is a thing, so but he said that he felt a certain way about just being nominated in the rap category. He appreciated the fact that he won, but he said that he feels like every time black people make music, due to the fact that we dominate so many other categories of, sports, media, all different things, he goes, they always try to group us in the either the hip hop or urban category so that we can't be eligible for so many other things. So he said he feels like anytime they put you in the urban category, he said it's the politically correct way of calling somebody the N-word. So,
do you feel him saying that after? Should he have even took the award to begin with?
I feel no, but I feel like it was a moment for him because he brought his mom up on stage and shit when he won. So I feel like Yeah, you celebrate it. You celebrate it, but you voice your opinion after. I feel like he did it respectfully because even when he voiced his opinion, it wasn't on stage during the performance to disrespect the venue. Yeah. He took it to the after party where you could really express how you feel, and then he did it there, which was classy. I feel like it was handled better.
Shout out to Diddy on that too.
But does that count though with Diddy?
Why?
Cause fam, like you mad at the system and the machine, but you always still are associating and functioning in the machine. You had Clive Davis's parties of all parties, brother. Like that is a staple for the pre-Grammy or post-Grammy party. Right. So you up there and parlaying with them all day. It's like the same shit when Jay-Z tried to go boycott the Grammys because they didn't want to televise the rap nominations, but then you still taking Grammy Awards several years later.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like, fam, like, cut it out, nigga. Like, if you're gonna go boycott that or voice your opinion about, don't fuck with them at all. If you really buying the Colin Kaepernick shit, nigga, don't watch an NFL football game, nigga. Go watch the Canadian Football League.
Did he say they're giving them
pick a different sport.
5 days to figure it out?
Yeah, man, but it's. I feel like from Diddy.
The Soul Train Awards.
Go ahead.
Let me speak. He did say, Jane, that he gives people 365 days to straighten this out. However, he did not say, as somebody in a position like his,
you got 2 cameras.
As somebody, okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. I got one here too. As somebody in a position of that much power, where you could literally, even when you look at what LeBron has done with opening schools, programs, and these things for kids, when you have the type of money that Diddy has, where you could literally transform people's lives at a snap of a finger, and it wouldn't even make you miss a fucking step. Okay? Don't talk about, I understand his message, but what is the plan behind that 365 days? What is your plan that you're proposing? What are you willing to put on the line to help others excel? You have the ability to do it.
But I don't think it's
it's not on.
I think for him, I think for Diddy,
but you could.
I think from Diddy, it's a different. No, but I'm saying from Diddy, I think it's a different aspect because I think him and Diddy and Jay been together too frequently, too often lately, to where I feel like they making a serious move to where they are discrediting a lot of white establishments lately, especially publicly. So I feel like you come in, you attack the Grammys, you say something like that because you got an alternative in the works. I think that
so they can invest into the communities.
I don't think that they will. I'm saying that I think they're going to invest in themselves. They're going to create a Grammy a minority Grammy alternative.
But they should have been there. I've been screaming that for years. Like that's my whole thing, man. Like
but it's only now that certain men is getting into billionaire status.
But it's not even though, fam. You've been had the platform. We've been had it before. It's called Soul Train Awards. Then you had the Source Awards. You had something for the people. It was the equivalent of our own FUBU, so to speak, for us, by us. But y'all want to take accolades
but you got to understand it's about ownership. Who owns the Source Awards?
At the end of the day, there's nobody that.
Now, really that's what I'm saying, but that's why they even mentioned BET, because I'm saying there's still like black entities or things.
But that's a white-owned network.
That's why I didn't mention it.
At the end of the day, anybody that takes making music seriously, like the goal of making music seriously is to get a Grammy in the end of the day, right?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like that's like literally like.
But you get what I'm saying?
It's a measuring stick.
That is almost like step and fetching, brother. Like you looking for the master or the plantation owner or the overseers to say good job. You know what I'm saying? Or thank you, Toby. Like if that's how you feel, son, just don't even acknowledge that, dog. Like them saying that you good doesn't mean shit. You get what I'm saying?
Just do something on your own.
You got the money and plenty of times and recognition without them saying you good or we want to go and acknowledge you and give you this statue or something. You don't need it, B. They know they don't need it.
No, but I think that's what they're doing.
But that's what he said.
I think that because of the fact that the BET Awards has a certain stigma to it. It's seen as being hood as fuck. It getting shot up, all types of shit. The Source Awards, Soul Train Awards, all those things are seen as being old. Yeah. So then
that's what it is, though.
No, but then you take Diddy and Jay-Z coming together and say they go, all right, we're gonna have the Tidal Awards now, because Tidal's already established. Revolt Awards, or however you want to play it. However you want to play it, because Revolt is a very good media platform, and then Tidal is a very good music platform. You combine those two, you could compete with Apple Music on that rent.
And then what is happening is it's like what you saying at that point is like the Grammys don't mean nothing.
Yeah,
you can say that, but at the same time, it's gonna mean everything because it's on a bigger platform.
I think. But you gotta understand that
the demographic.
When you dealing back in the day, there was a bigger platform because you were dealing with network deals, and networks were very hard to break into. Right. If Diddy and Jay-Z post this shit online is just who logged on and watches who logged on and watch. You don't gotta compete with nobody. You don't have to. How you feel about it?
I respect what Diddy said, just not coming from Diddy.
Hold on. I feel you though. I respect that.
Hold on. Diddy has taken the Locks Publishing.
Yeah.
Mace Publishing. You went up there and said, "Oh, we sensitive about our music. Oh, we this and that." You them boys don't do them like that. If you don't like what the Grammys is doing to us, don't do it to nobody underneath you.
But that's why I said, fam, it's like you got to take serious. Like, who's the guy conveying and relaying the message, brother? Like, you get what I'm saying? Don't stand because it's convenient or because it's beneficial, dog. You stand because you stand, fam. Like, that's the problem too much.
I respect
and that's
the
a hard
message.
line for people to take out the message because they don't want to get hit in the pocket or they don't want to get blackballed from certain venues or avenues of income. So it's hard to be the man.
I respect that.
When you still living a lie, G.
But I think that it's the same situation as who you taking the message from, where you saving all these people from incarceration, you fighting all these cases. Jay-Z, we're talking about Jay-Z now. Mm-hmm. Who that is post 444 Jay-Z.
Yeah, right.
Prior to that, Jay-Z was like, yo, I'm minding my own business. I don't really care what niggas is doing. So you talking about for a 20-year career, he wasn't involving himself in no black people's issues, anything. Right. And then now post 444, he's an advocate for a lot. And then I respect what dreadlocks Jay-Z.
I feel like he got to a space to where.
Yeah, so I feel like Diddy learned from white people how to make money in this industry, right. And he focused on making money in the industry. Now that he has this bread, right, and he has this power, I feel like he's trying to be a different person.
Right. Let's not forget that Diddy has a degree from I forget what school it is.
Howard.
So let's not forget that he's an articulate dude who's very business minded, and he knew like from the beginning, like even when he was interning at Arista Records, like he already had like that mindset of like go, like you can, even when Uptown Records, yeah. Well, no, you put Arista too.
Yeah, they're together. Yeah, but it's but I feel like he does have a, especially in the last like 2 years, he does have a different message than he previously had. Yeah, so I think he's trying to rebrand himself, but I think that most people that are not conscious of most people in our age group are very conscious of how dirty Diddy did a lot of people 90s leading up
the same way.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But I think that now that they can once they reach this billionaire status, they very much trying to revamp themselves because they feel like they have influence. Right. And I just sit back and I'm just peeping what they're doing. I respect what Jay-Z's doing lately.
So what did
Diddy not so much, just because I don't see it. What
did Jay-Z do?
Jay-Z's been. He's the one that put the lawyers on Meek Mill's case to get him out. He's fighting. He's fighting incarceration.
Negative shit, like y'all was talking about.
Jay-Z has done a bunch of shady deals. Are you crazy? Why you think? Look at Dame. Where you think Dame is? What? Dame is blackballed. Dame is black. Yeah.
He doing that shit for Rock Nation's benefit, G.
Nah, but I'm saying like
Yeah, he got 21 Savage out there, immigration.
But I feel like, but it also does benefit minorities. You know what I'm saying? So I respect it from that aspect. Most of these dudes, if I could help out my community, but also make $1 billion doing it, damn sure I'm gonna take the money. Yeah,
he gotta let you know who he is.
I'm not doing it for $36.
I'm a businessman. Okay.
So it's got the numbers got to be right. I'm not gonna go broke saving people that's not gonna appreciate it. Right. I might as well make bread doing it. And I feel like right now
when he got behind Trayvon and them.
Yeah,
that whole
man, that whole story
that touched me when it came to, you know.
Yeah, but I feel like he, from that standpoint, I see where Jay's going. Diddy, I don't know yet. The verdict's still out on that. But I do feel like within the next year, mark my words, Diddy and Jay will do some sort of merger to create that black entity where they're going to be a force to be dealt with in the
$100 Jay's getting over on that deal.
All right. At least it's gonna be at least 51-49.
Straight up.
That's not gonna happen. Look at where Suge Knight ended up for trying to do that deal with Irv Gotti, Jay, and that whole black distribution.
But
who
that was different people.
That was Jay.
Yeah.
That was Jay. Speaking of,
but back then Jay was different. I'm talking post 44 Jay. We talking dreadlocks Jay now. Dreadlocks Jay, a different guy now.
Yo, fam, the hairstyle changed, not the man, my man.
He going.
Exactly. I said the hairstyle changed. Hair comes and goes, but not the man character and intentions.
Right.
No good.
I want to see if Dreadlocks Jay gonna let him.
You think he'll get to that J. Cole level though?
I want to see. I'm anxious to see.
Imagine Jay with some dreads, though.
I'm anxious to see keeping it righteous right now.
I know. But on a segue,
I feel like it's a righteous.
Beyonce looking rough lately.
Beyonce was looking thick in that.
Nah, you look at the close-ups I sent you.
Yo, you ain't get a close up of the knees though. You ain't get a close up of the knees.
You better go check the creases, dog.
Nah, but she looking too much like a mama, and her mama ain't fine.
She should be young forever. She got stupid.
Don't get it twisted.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that black don't crack. Beyonce looking kind of rough, me.
But she Creole though, you know.
Yeah.
Who? Tina?
Beyonce.
The mama?
She that Louisiana. Nah, that Louisiana Creole, not Haitian Creole.
Nah, yeah, she ain't.
Yeah. Nah, but I'm talking about like she ain't aging well. We had this conversation before. She not. That face looking real.
Nigga, she hit 40.
Yeah.
Well, you can see it in the redness, dog. I hope she don't age like Jasmine Guy.
True.
Jasmine Guy, I didn't see that one coming. For our old heads listening.
Jasmine Guy fell off.
A different world. Yeah, she looking like a guy I used to work with.
The only light skin who been aging good I can say is Faith and Halle Berry.
Yeah, Halle Berry always look amazing though.
Because of the petiteness and whatever.
Nah,
the guy ain't doing good.
Nah,
don't hurt yourself. Go Google that.
No, really.
Yeah, she looking rough, me.
Brother, like Ben.
Really?
Yeah, but nah, she
really bad.
Nah, she looking bad.
I ain't trying to say like
Rihanna's still looking good though.
Rihanna holding up. I mean, she's young though.
Yeah.
No, Rihanna 30.
It's the weight, dog. It's the weight.
Nah, Rihanna done thickened up, right?
It's all that collagen just holding everything together. Now Sade still holding up.
That Fenty.
Oh yeah, she is.
Absolutely.
She's looking great.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's her face holding up still? Red Table. Jada's still holding up. Jada's still looking like Jada.
All right. So outside of who else looks good, all right. Let's get back on some topics. Let's get back on track. What's going on with Nicki Minaj and her man, Mr. Petty, and what's his name? Meek Mills.
You got into an argument.
We all okay. So to the listeners, there was a video that was released, or multiple videos that were released of apparently them shopping. I don't remember the name of the store. At some high-end store where allegedly Meek Mill had already been there prior, and they walked in and I guess you know, certain employers are saying that Nicki Minaj has said a couple things first. They exchanged a couple words.
I can see that.
You know, and then it ended up being like a huge verbal altercation to where he had to be escorted out of the establishment. So, what do we think about this? Number one, and number two is this any indication of perhaps how maybe Nicki Minaj may still feel about Meek Mill? What do you guys think?
I don't know what the real thing of the altercation is about, but you know, they had one of the homies from Meek. See, talking records.
I'm just saying from your experience,
confessing like he was gonna do a homicide out there with his bananas.
No, I mean.
But that's what they said it was gonna escalate to. You know.
Well,
what I mean?
they did say one of them did say come outside or.
It's hard to gauge. Outside. It's hard to gauge when you in them kind of situations with a current lover and a past lover, and let alone someone on a celebrity platform like that, in front of people, in front of entourage, in front of cameras. It's different. One thing they said, they said Meek wanted to speak to homie privately. Homie was running at the mouth saying, "I handle you this and that," and the entourage and this and that. So I don't know. You know what I mean?
A lot of it, They say a lot of it got to do with Nicki putting the battery pack on her.
But of course, fam, you know, maybe
doing that.
Nicki's wait. A battery pack on what?
On her man.
Like charging it up, like hyping them up.
What?
Like feeding them, nigga. Like
it's a term. Battery pack is just you hyping up a situation. You feeding more juice to a situation that didn't need it. Like she, but she does hype niggas up to react.
To react, right? Like
I feel homie will get with him in a heartbeat, 1-on-1, like fuck the entourage shit.
Right.
Okay.
He is a hood dude though.
Nigga, come on, son.
Right.
You know,
anybody?
I feel like the argument. I mean, if you look at the video, you hear Nicki over everything. Yeah,
it can get son. Ain't nothing too big that you can't walk away from or mash out with a handshake, especially with niggas on that caliber and that money and that significance, dog. Ain't nothing they can't piece out and that. You know what I mean?
Meek was telling the story one time where I guess him and Nicki was somewhere and there was some shopping going on, right?
Yeah.
So I guess.
Tails from J Nice.
I guess. So I guess whatever the bill might have been a lot, right?
Yeah.
So Nicki is saying to Meek like,
let me hold something.
Nah, if Drake was here, Drake would have been able to pay for it.
Yeah.
Like, putting a heavy battery pack on situation.
So we confirming that Drake smashed then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He gotta have. He out here in these streets. That's my dog right now.
I feel like Drizzy can get it done. Son.
Okay, so all right, real quick though.
Drake got that light skinned nigga energy, boy. He be living different.
Weezy topped it.
I feel like he had.
Birdman topped it.
Make it even so bad. I feel like Weezy was smashing in front of Safari Time. So that was the most disrespectful time in life.
That's all different, like,
yeah. No, but apparently Weezy was smashing it. That's how he got her from Gucci in the first place.
So Gucci was smashing it too.
Yeah. Gucci was piping it down.
I heard K-Slay was smashing it from back in the day.
Yo, but this is Safari's girl at the time.
Yeah, it was his girl through all of these niggas.
But he knew about that though. Didn't he say some shit like he saw niggas like getting at her in the studio and he just had to fall back? Because he wasn't brought around like he was the man.
That nigga said he was on set while she was kissing guys and shit.
Yo, but could you do it?
What happened?
Wow.
Rewind.
The video where she did the video with, I think it was
she was making out with Nas and shit.
Yeah. Word? I ain't see that shit.
But could you do it? If that was your girl and she was the breadwinner, right? And then she over there every time she making out with this dude or she with another nigga doing this and she's like, and then she gotta go in the room, go pipe Wayne. You just sitting here waiting for her to be done, and then she like, but you can't stop the bag though.
Nah, but
would you be cool with it? Could you ride? Could you play the Safari?
Nigga, give me the Safari and then sometimes too, nigga. Let's go.
Could you play the Safari?
Sign me up, nigga. Give me sign me up.
Okay, I should be asking this question. Wait a minute. I'm the only woman in the room. All right, who would play Safari?
Hey.
Could you play the Safari role?
I would play the Safari role.
However, would you play the Safari role?
Yeah, for that bag.
Would you?
Fuck yeah.
Would you?
I reinvented
Oh, yeah,
the
of
Safari
course.
role.
All right, would you?
Yeah, the Safari role got him his own role.
Facts.
He got
a whole ass wife off of that.
Exactly.
All right.
Niggas play the Safari role every day out here, B.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Buddy's played a Safari role to a girl that she just work at a call center, bitch, and this nigga ain't in between jobs and shit. You playing it, yeah, and then she fucking a dude at the call
Does she
center.
give good head?
I don't know. Hey,
We talking about the bag.
the money is the factor, not really how bad she was.
The money is the plus.
Yeah, he was with Nikki before.
But how would you expect for a woman to give you money and not have sex with you? Like,
No, we're talking about two different things, yo.
They're saying whether or not the sex is not the defining. The money is the defining factor. All the rest, you doing all the relationship shit. Y'all going on dates, you fucking, you doing all that.
Y'all like fucking around, like.
No. Look. If you got a lady, but the bag is there for her to be in the industry or a situation where she's getting checks and shit cut and given to her, and you're reciprocating it, but you know she's getting down and she's getting busy, so to speak. You know, she out there fucking and you know, playing the game and shit. Are you going to be the loyal man to stay there and be dedicated to the situation, knowing when you see the nigga around her that she's either fucking them or sucking them or entertaining them to a certain capacity?
Now, don't get me wrong. It's a catch-22 situation.
Because he did.
And now you wish Shorty.
They added more to this shit.
Yeah, you wish Shorty. And you playing the role, right?
Yeah.
But in the same breath of you playing the role, the industry niggas ain't really respecting you at the same breath. You know what I'm saying?
True.
But would you even be in the pic? Would you even be in the?
I mean,
saying if you're not even in that capacity with them, it ain't like you trying to be the artist too. You know what I mean?
But he was definitely trying to get on. He been trying to be an artist for a minute.
He's trying to be on in his way, but he ain't trying to say like, yo, did you tell him about my CD? Like, you ain't hitting him on the shoulder like, yo, shot my CD to him when you there. Like, that's just crazy, nigga.
Yeah.
You know, it's a difference, dog. If you just laying back and chilling, or you trying to become the Lester and Casino. You know what I mean?
But can you imagine?
If I'm getting paid, my nigga, she was taking care of that nigga. That nigga was getting Lambos.
It's different though. Was he getting or was he driving them, son? There's a difference.
My nigga, that nigga was getting shit for his birthday.
Nah, apparently he was getting it like he walked away with some bread.
Yeah,
I mean,
my nigga.
How many M's did he leave with?
Nah, I don't think it was enough.
Nah, nigga, if you ain't leaving.
All right, but you gotta understand that if you was a cap nigga for like 10 years.
Yeah, but the question is, was Baby giving her M's for her to give him the M's?
Facts.
Oh, so if Baby wasn't paying her on time?
It don't matter where that money
She's getting show money, my nigga. Like,
it don't matter where that money coming from. As long as it's going in my bank,
right.
I ain't asking no questions.
I feel like it was a good setup.
No.
Set him up lovely.
Safari doing all right.
He's doing better now. He's doing better now.
Safari's doing all right.
Facts.
But back to the topic again.
That's the irony.
She's not relevant.
The irony says Safari's more relevant.
Two words, nigga. Cardi B.
We deviated from the topic at hand. The topic at hand is, what do we think about the fact that they're even arguing?
I think that stems from that. Did the Meek track come out beforehand or after the argument?
I think the Meek track was before.
Yeah, the Meek track is where this all stemmed from, apparently.
Yeah, the Meek track came out, and then I guess Meek seen Nicki. He was trying to hash it out with Nicki. You know, probably like, her nigga wasn't having it or whatever. Wasn't having it. Nigga wanted to hype up. Make an issue.
Also, the nigga got in his feelings about it.
Yeah, well, what happened was Meek released. You listen to that track?
If you have a Nicki on your back that's putting a battery on it, like my nigga, don't feel like you're just gonna date Nicki and there's no pressure coming.
Yeah,
of course, nigga, because you know she probably been setting that seat up for like months, nigga.
Yeah. Ooh, when you see that nigga,
yeah.
Oh, you ain't defend me? Yeah. You ain't gonna live that down.
But that's what fucked up shit though. Like she that nigga, but the
Drake would have whooped his ass.
Hold on, nigga. The grimy shit is though, knowing what the homie went through and came out of, nigga. Why would you want to jam that nigga up to be back in the system, nigga? This shit go crazy, son.
Women is spiteful, B.
Look, obviously, B. That nigga know the man and his people got burners in the entourage. So I know homie in his situation gotta be out there with burners and shit. Like, let's be real, nigga. It's too much
more publicity stuff than anything.
I think Nicki trying to get back on. And she's trying to find any way.
That's a wrong way to do it.
Meek hot right now.
What do you mean?
Relevant.
She's not relevant. Nicki not relevant at all because also
You say Nicki not relevant? Nah.
Cardi, that Cardi Nicki situation, Cardi exceeded that 10 times over, and then Nicki fell back, and then Nicki caught a lot of flack for coming at her crazy.
Dog, you don't understand the machine that's behind Mill and the association with it.
Yeah.
So who Cardi gonna go, dog? And meet Rock Nation, nigga, and Rock Nation got everybody who's hot.
That's it.
So who Nicki gonna get?
Nicki got a fan base like none other.
Nah, that fan base fell off. I think that fan base sitting behind Lizzo right now.
That fan base ain't going nowhere, bro. For real. Like Nicki before Cardi, Nicki was the queen.
Yeah. So was Lil Kim before Nicki.
Yeah, I understand that, but I don't feel like Nicki fell off that much.
Oh, nah, she did, bro.
Yeah, no. You don't understand. Them Barbies done.
No, but the Barbies, you got to look at the core fan base of what Nicki Minaj is. How many of them are black?
It's true. Well, because she
got a black hip hop fan base. Nicki Minaj don't got thorough fans like that over the years.
Nicki Minaj piggybacked off Ariana Grande to get those fans.
Crossover shit, nigga.
So
Cardi got some real.
She got real
niggas fucking for music besides bitches, dog.
Facts.
She got niggas checking out from them bars and her flavor and all that shit. The Migos cosign help, nigga. The affiliation in the industry helps, nigga. The thoroughness, the bitch at the gallery to throw hands helps, nigga. Like
the fact that she was on IG as a real person,
my nigga,
son, she came up.
She was respected out here.
Deeper than that, dog.
Everybody fucked with Cardi before she put out a record, easily.
Cousin.
Yeah.
Cardi get the black cars, nigga.
Yeah, facts.
And she's technically
black.
She a Trinidad Dominican, dog.
Yeah, Cardi gets the black.
No, but I'm saying though, so you got a full other black chick, dog, who can't compete, brother. Like Cardi got it.
Nicki can't compete in that realm because Cardi won in every way possible.
It goes back to the Ross and 50 Cent shit, nigga. Music.
Didn't Cardi get the Grammy and everything already?
Yeah. She killed the Grammy Awards, I'll tell you that.
Are you guys just saying this? Or are you guys just saying this because based on what, like bars, performance, all around,
she won.
How she carried.
She won. She played it. She played it where she stayed true to who she was.
Yeah.
And then Nicki tried to go to a different place to win, and then it backfired on her.
Like
Cardi was always kept it, yo, if I see you in the streets, it's on. Fuck all the other bullshit. Right. It's on. And then Nicki was like, oh, word? That's what you're going to do? You're going to fight me? That's what and then you don't look. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Even as the other niggas, she ain't worried about that.
So then you so you lost.
It's on site. What's good?
It's on site, nigga.
And then,
that's it. The music there too. On site, nigga. Don't talk about my baby. The bitch like, all right, nigga. I let everything else slide. I try to be cool, nigga.
But I think that's what Nicki lost. I think that's what Nicki truly lost when she came about
the heels, nigga. Like
when she came out about the baby, when she was talking shit about the baby, she lost. The negative publicity she got from that was crazy. Right. You lost then because. Once you came off about the kid,
she tried to go peach it up with Lil Kim and shit. She can't peach it up with Remy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You can't get Cardi on the team, dog. So that the irony is, you did everything, nigga, that you knocked Lil Kim for about and called Lil Kim out, but then now you want to try to pull it in your favor. Yeah. Remember, she was like calling Kim out, nigga, like you salty because this and that instead of. But now you trying to do the same shit now that Cardi popping.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
Everybody got their moment, my nigga.
She got her moment.
But bars is not. But bars is not relevant in this time and space right now.
Social presence in songs.
No, but you got to understand that there's people that currently popping that's going. Suck my dick and that's enough to be highly successful. And the problem is. Cardi has bars, so you can't even come from that standpoint because she's got bars. Yeah,
and she'll get on. My nigga, I seen Cardi.
I think she needs better management.
Eating chicken foot soup.
Facts. Facts.
Brother,
you know,
she's a real nigga.
Does for like Caribbean communities and people that eat chicken foot soup, like you know how like. They fucks with Cardi.
Yeah, like I'm saying,
they go
across the board, cousin.
She go to islands. She respected like no other. She go to Africa. She respected like no other.
And then they even love her more, dog, because she be holding down the homie.
Yeah, she do.
She stuck by the nigga side even when he fucked up.
Yeah.
Patched it up. She about her seed in the man, nigga. She like, dog, she's the win-win-win, nigga. Everybody like her, dog.
Don't get me wrong. Nikki says Trini, but like,
nah.
what? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
come on now. She disowned that a long time ago, B.
Right.
So you don't stand there.
Nigga, put Foxy Brown back on.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, they're not taking advantage of what they should have been taking advantage of.
Yeah.
It's true. Like you gotta.
It would have been a great ass concert though. Toward them two bitches get together.
Back
and
then,
bring all the females.
Back when she was attacking Kim, if she would have just embraced that instead, you could have had all these female artists get together, and then Cardi would have been forced to be down with it.
Right.
But because you burnt so many bridges, you don't got nobody. Nikki got nobody in her corner.
And then again, look, Cardi got the new wave of chicks, dog.
Yeah.
Megan with them, Sweetie with them.
Yeah.
She got that whole.
Because
all the new ones out.
They fucking with Nikki.
Yeah, but because you got Offset, you got Atlanta. Yeah. To have Atlanta is more important than to have New York
she
right
got
now.
Quality QC, nigga.
Yeah.
In Atlanta, you're surrounded by them.
No, she got that quality
control
brand behind
Quality control.
That shit powerful.
Yeah, quality control. They got everything now.
Hell yeah.
So,
and she got them pop records still come with that hip hop.
Speaking of QC, is there anyone, like, for instance, if you could work with anybody, like, it doesn't have to be QC, like, who would you pick?
Nah, if I could work with anybody, it'll probably be the baby.
Really?
Yeah, I ain't gonna
lie.
Man,
the baby's been like a flaming time, like a flaming artist.
I go with the winning team off rip, man.
Okay.
Yeah, like, I ain't no fool.
You saw on Grammy weekend? He posted up his plaques, dog. He went platinum and got 3 gold records out there.
Did he win any Grammys?
Shook platinum, the Bop, Vibe, and intro gold.
Yeah, that intro was
serious.
Yeah. The intro was serious.
He came in, dog, felt passion in that.
Yeah, I'm really happy to, to see somebody like that winning, coming from murder charge and all this other stupidity. To see somebody like that winning, I'm really like, I root for the underdog off rip.
Yeah.
Like,
and he's out here. He's making moves, man. I respect that. He's everywhere.
What are you guys feeling about Super Bowl weekend that's coming up? Anything exciting? Anything?
Chiefs in the Super Bowl. That's all I care about, baby.
Dolphins ain't involved. So
here we go.
I'm gonna sit this one out, man. I
don't
care what goes on. I got a few performances, Miami Live and Playhouse and all that.
Oh, is it?
That's dope.
What days? Are we invited?
Come on, man. Y'all invited anywhere I go.
Oh, man.
Oh, you gotta let us know, man. We'll be there.
Big fan of the show, like I said. I'm honored to be here.
I like that. I really appreciate this.
I really do. Like, me and my homies really do watch y'all. Like, we really do. We do laugh,
yeah,
and have our little critiques, but that's between me and the homies. But we really do. We really die-hard fans of the show, like I said.
That's great. That's amazing. Like you never know who's listening, and then you really just think like it's a dream to be able to really convey certain messages to millions of people, and that's where we're on our way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Through music, through art, through podcasting, through everything that we're doing here. I really enjoy the fact that we as creatives are uniting and just we're doing something positive. We're kicking it. We're talking. We're educating ourselves. Like, what more could we ask for, guys?
Life is short, man.
Life is short, man.
R.I.P. to Kobe Bryant and the family.
Oh, you know what? With that being said, I did want to do a little moment of silence. I personally, and I guess maybe we can go around the room. Me, I'm not an avid basketball connoisseur, so I can't say I know all his stats. However, I do know that he was one of the greatest players in the game. I do know that he was revered as a legend, and I would agree. I have seen him play, and I've been blown away. And, for him to pass away also with his little girl of 13 years, I have a little girl, and I actually can't even imagine the level of pain that perhaps his wife is going through. Yeah. So, his sisters, such and such, and my condolences, my deepest condolences to his family, to his wife's family, to his extended family, to everyone who's going to be directly affected on a spiritual level. And, you know, I really do think we should just, you know, pay our respects. You're more than welcome to say something.
Yeah, like I said, R.I.P. to Kobe. You know, my condolences go out to the family and everything. My personal feelings, I'm gonna keep it to myself because, you know, everything ain't meant for everybody.
Right.
You know, it sucks, bro. I don't really feel it's an accident or anything like that, but that's just my own take on it. But, you know, the sad part is, too, I feel that, granted, he's a celebrity, and a lot of attention is placed on him and the daughter, but I feel the other families are being overshadowed by it, and they need their attention. And for everybody to go crazy in a frenzy on social media, you know, about taking life for granted and having a different perspective because of Kobe Bryant's life and putting all this around, are you really doing it out of sincerity or just doing it out for likes and reach to be a part of it? Because 3 weeks ago, there was 167, 69 people who were shot down, that's straight up murdered with a missile attack. And ain't nobody posting shit about that. So, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to go about a helicopter crash and a plane crash, you're saying one's accidental, but one was intentionally shot down, then you need to reach out and give your condolences and look at life from those people. But, you know, that's just me. You got to, you know, take it all in consideration. It shouldn't be a celebrity's death to let you know life is short or... You know, fuck that, brother. It seems only like the poor, the sick, and the old realize life is short.
I agree.
I totally agree. I just feel like it was just one of those situations to where there's somebody that is celebrity. It kind of feel like you have some kind of connection to them on certain levels or whatever the case be, and that's where, like, you know, the only good thing that I can see came out of the situation is the little bit of the awakening of people feeling like
what is it
matters and stuff like that.
Awakening, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
I get it, but is it for a week, or you think it's gonna actually be something that's gonna be continuous in people's heads?
I mean, we can't. I mean,
are they gonna run with it like the Nipsey?
We would hope to feel like, you know, it's something that continues, but I mean, it may not continue for everybody, but I guarantee there's somebody that it definitely, you know what I mean?
It definitely touched some people, yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of people is feeling like maybe they gotta turn on their mamba mentality or whatever the case be. You know? Yeah. So it's bittersweet. You know what I mean?
No, you're right.
And I respect that. Like, I mean, Kobe hands down, one of my top 3 players, Tracy McGrady, Kobe, and Carmelo Anthony. You know what I'm saying? Like, people I respected, watch and grow up and play. I feel like I don't like the whole, you know, oh man, this taught me a lesson about this and all that. It's like, oh, that's good and great with the whole posts and everything and all that. I don't do it personally just because I don't post normally things that aren't related to me directly. Like if it's that, yeah, it sucks because it's a celebrity, but also celebrities live a wilder life than you on so many different facets that it's going to be given that a large majority of them are going to be gone earlier than the average person, you know? So, most people don't run into that because the amount of accidents that happen on single engine planes and happen on helicopters are pretty frequent, but because it's a rich people problem, it's not really something that's televised. If a rich person died doing that, not many of us is going to be rolling on a helicopter on a regular basis. That's not how we get from, you know, Broward to Miami. It's not like I'm like, oh, okay, we going to a show in Miami. Time to take the helicopter to the stadium. You know what I'm saying?
It's going to make more players cautious about it? Because, like, remember when LeBron first went to L.A.?
Yeah.
He hopped in the helicopter right after, dog, to not do the traffic?
Yeah, and I think
motherfuckers just going to be sitting in that traffic for now an extra hour, like, fuck it.
I think that's just how it comes with...
Niggas be sleeping at the Staples Center?
It comes with that money.
I was about to take a helicopter ride. I'm definitely thinking twice about it.
Yeah, facts. But you got to understand that these things are just, you know, as far as the whole life is short thing, I believe that to the utmost just, you know, before. I've always you know what I'm saying? I live my life as in, if I want to enjoy something, I'm gonna partake and enjoy. Like that's just how I'm gonna do it.
That's
I'm 30.
You want to party with?
Yeah,
just partake and enjoy.
Because
on the counter.
but you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm 35. You know what I'm saying? Kobe was 41.
Right.
That means that how would you
Right.
live? Most people living their life from day to day, going to work, driving home, going to sleep at 8 o'clock, waking up, going home, driving home, and then you're not doing nothing because you prepping for when you 60 years old, and then you could probably live comfortably then. Right. What if you don't make it to 60? Your ass done wasted.
No one ain't asked how Moesha feel about it. Real shit. Like I heard it from every celebrity but Brandy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But I feel like she living different now, man. She got it. Yeah. But I feel like, people have to respect. People are so judgmental of people's choices about where you are in life, how far along you are, how far you are towards planning for your future, when they don't understand. Even motherfuckers that got 300 million can't make it to 60. You know what I'm saying? So how you living planning towards something that may not happen when you can enjoy yourself every day?
I'm gonna just say one thing. I feel like a celebrity's death is by design. Like they already got it already. Because the Simpsons done predicted certain things. And I done seen certain cartoons about how homie gonna die.
Yeah.
And this, that, and the third. I don't believe in all this conspiracy bullshit and this and that. But come on, man. Like they be throwing it
and spirits, my brother.
They be giving it to us like,
yeah.
I done seen a Simpsons episode about the president, which I ain't getting into all that. I don't need no knocks on my door. I don't need no problem.
You don't think movies and TV shows are designed to desensitize and pre-program society, to introduce certain technology and introduce certain methods and ideologies into you to subdue you?
Yeah, they let us know what's going to happen before that.
It's all different episode, but there is a lot of subliminal messages.
Nigga, the Jetsons is real, though.
Especially how they target children. They target children the most. They really do. In the way, in the hertz, and the sounds, the visuals in the background that you may not off top recognize, but in the background it really does.
The Jetsons, dog. Y'all remember George Jetson talking to big ass TV?
Yeah.
Look how we talking. Y'all remember George Jetson having Rosie the robot in there? We got Roombas.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all remember George Jetson going to work on a fucking escalator that just takes you straight across the mall, the airport, nigga.
It'll transport you straight there. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna have the car out the briefcase, dog. What's it got, man? What's his face working on it?
Elon Musk.
There you go.
He working on an elevator to the moon.
What's up with the shit he building in LA? They finished it?
Nah, it's not done yet.
He said by the summertime he's opening up.
Elevator to the moon, my nigga. You taking that?
For what?
Elevator to the moon. He said he's gonna do. He doing natural. They said it's gonna be
slave shit, fam. They're gonna give the first vouchers to all black people and leave.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I'm not doing it.
Stay woke.
Stay woke, guys.
Nah, that's gonna.
Watch when them vouchers happen, dog.
Nah, but
always looking for guinea pigs.
They got us a trip to the moon.
Yeah, to the moon.
That's the whole thing.
Don't go to the dark side.
With that Popeye's chicken sandwich.
They got moon cheese. Let's go.
For real. They got that Hennessy Moon Edition. All y'all line up. Nah, but it's different. But on that note, gonna close this up.
Right up.
We out. Hold up.
Alright, so we're gonna close this out. Before we close it out, I want to thank you, Miss Asian Crook, for coming through as a wonderful guest of ours, and also to chit chat with us afterwards, partake in our madness and our inappropriateness that we banter on with. We're here every Tuesday. Shout out to iLive UK. Shout out to iLive Toronto. Shout out to Music Media Lounge. Shout out to my co-host, Rock. Look that great. Starboy J Nice. We out here. This is Ivy Talks, episode number 16. Do something positive. Do something great. We're here. Anything else? We're here?
Yeah.
All right. What's good? This is your girl, Draya Ivy, introducing my new show, Ivy Talks, the dopest podcast coming out of the beautiful city that is Miami, Florida, featuring the best artist interviews, covering the illest events in the city as we propel the culture of hip-hop and R&B. Make sure to check out Ivy Talks each and every Monday.